What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. Oh, there we go. Lost you there for a second. There we go. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing this morning? Joey, good morning. Glad to see you here. All right, so let's get ready to get to work. Let me send out a quick tweet here, let everybody know we're live. And you know the drill. In the meanwhile, get your tickers in question. Also, any questions you have, and just throw them up in chat, and we'll start jumping into those. Let me just send out this quick tweet. Got the SPY gapping up, Tesla gapping up, a bunch of big moves today. All right. All right, guys. So, Taylor, that's awesome. Taylor says, if you haven't, I'm going to need y'all to smash that like button. That's great. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Morning, the Beast. What's up? Everything's flying. Yeah, it is. FU to you. FU to you is up nicely. Can't see any news on it yet. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big move. That is a big move. Right in front of a potential resistance zone. Right here in this 36. $36 zone. Previous support. Previous support. Previous support. This could be a really good area if it finds resistance up there for shorts. That is pretty clean. Reminds me a lot of the Boeing trade we did the other day in the chat room. However, the only difference is the volume here is getting stronger. The last 1-2 days, very strong volume, but this is a lot. This is a big move today. Let's see if there's any news on this. Spartan GR77, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. So I don't see any recent news here on FUTU. FUTU. I don't know why I keep saying 2. This reminds me a lot of that Boeing trade, though. A lot. Like a lot. Boeing right back up towards that 185 today as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see a morning push and then a fade later today on some of this stuff. Dwayne, good morning. Jose, what's up? SONN, we'll check that one out. Yep, Fed decision later today, which we already know it's going to be the 25 basis point hike. But what we're going to want to be looking out for is going to be balance runoff sheet and future rate hikes. That's what we need to hear from him. So we'll, those questions will probably be asked at 2:30 during the press conference. Okay, so SONN. So yeah, you know what? Keep eyes on Boeing. Keep eyes on FUTU. FUTU. God, still asleep. This new time change thing. I'm telling you right now, man. I wake up and it's so dark out that I don't want to get up. It makes it more difficult. FUTU, Boeing, moving back towards 185 resistance area. Keep on watch for a possible rejection of that area and fade back down towards 180. Mark, good morning. It's a beast. Yeah, man. It's funny. Crucial. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Taylor says, feel it, bro. Yeah. I'm sure, man. Jose, yes. All right. So I'm Boeing. Yeah, I'm going to be watching this 185 area. This is where we caught that nice trade the other day. So I'll be watching this area, see, if we're going to get the same type of move. See if we're going to get the same type of move. Guys, real quick, before we, and I'll say it again later on in the stream, but before we continue, remember, DTC Lite, it has 30 days for free right now. That's going to go away. It's going to go away on March 31st, okay? So DTC Lite, 30 days for free. That's going to go away March 31st. But also, now in, I think, tomorrow, we'll be coming out with a special, St. Patrick's Day special, and it'll be on DTC Lite and DTC Pro. The DTC Lite special is going to be 40% off. No 30 days for free, just plain out 40% off your first month. Then it goes to $24.99. The DTC Lite right now, 30 days for free, and then $24.99 a month. There you go. All right, just a heads up, there's the link. The DTC Pro special, I think it's going to be 6 months of TC2000 scanners for free. I'm not sure yet, but that'll be tomorrow. All right. Young, good morning, Goog. Okay, this one's breaking back up over this 26-25 area. It could have some room here if this level starts to hold support. Could have some room here right back towards 2690s, which is that 50-day moving average. We already got a death cross here, so I'd expect that 50-day moving average to begin to hold resistance on Google. All right, so that's what I'll be watching there on Google. Whoa. All right, so any other tickers you guys have for me? Throw them up in chat. We'll go over them. HYMC. HYMC, we talked about it yesterday. We said we needed to break and hold this 240s area. Didn't do it. Punctured through it, rejected. And now we're back down here to this 200-day moving average. Just got to watch and see if that level holds support. There's really not much else to this. And that's at 150s level, so keep an eye on that. Another one, MULN, has held this 150 very well, guys. I'm actually considering getting in MULN for a swing trade. With a stop basically under those 150s. Maybe like in the 140 area. So yeah, MULN. We'll put that one on the watch list again. Watching the 150 area to continue to hold support. Could have room towards 2 to 250-ish. Okay, there you go. So FUTU had earnings? Oh, that's the old news. That's the old news from 5 days ago. Do I think CNTB will ever recover? I don't know why they're down as much as they are. That must be failed trials. It must be failed trials. This thing's gotten demolished. I mean, the only way it would recover would be to do something promising with the business, you know? To whatever they have in their pipeline comes to fruition and they get their approvals from the FDA. I don't know. I don't know if they're ever going to recover. I don't even know why they're down. Obviously, it has to do with more than likely failed trials. So they got to stop failing at trials. I mean, it sounds stupid, but that's as simple as it is. They have to start doing better with the drugs in their pipeline. Chart wise, there's nothing here but continue fading as long as they're, you know, failures. Joe, good morning. SQ. Mike says BEKE. Good morning. Good morning. You got it. Let's take a look at SQ. So block. Okay, you had this clear little area here at 102. Resistance. A little bit of structure back here as well. Oh, look at this. Boom. There's always a little key point like that. So you have resistance way back here. Support, support, support. A little bit of resistance. We're above it today. We're gapping up above it. You can watch and see if that level holds support. If it does and market pushes up, you could have room here to 114, 110 to 114. So keep eyes on that. BKE. Let's go look at that. Buckle Inc. I mean, this thing got a death cross here. 50-day over that 200-day moving average. And when you get that, usually what you want to look for is resistance at the 50-day. That's exactly what we've gotten. So I would be thinking you'll probably continue to get that here for a while. Just keep an eye on the markets today. You have some support here at like the mid 34 area, 34.50 zone. You have a little bit of support there, but you have clear resistance at that 50-day moving average after we got that death cross. Mark, good morning, says SPY gapped up over 428 resistance. How does that work when the market is closed? Oh, I mean, you're always going to have these gap ups and the gap downs. They're going to occur. Those are the markets that are open as well. Pre-market, there you go. NIO and Apple bouncing back from recent price action. Let's see where Apple's at. That's actually a very important one to look at. Oh, why is Apple back up over the 200-day? We're still not ready to roll it, are we? We need this Apple to get back under the 200-day moving average, have resistance there, so we can get a fade on Apple and finally get the SPY to roll over. That's what we really need. We're not getting that just yet. That is definitely what we really need. Yeah, today's going to be an interesting day. I think we get a push in the morning and then probably a little bit of a fade after the meeting. Depending also on what is said in the meeting. We have the 25, you know what time is it? 8:20. It's pretty early still. I don't want to go over the SPY. I don't want to go over the SPY in the Fed meeting more than once today. So what I'll do is a little bit after 8:30 we'll jump into that. So we still got 10 more minutes here of Q&A session basically. It's clinging like super glue. Super glue. That's funny, man. It is. Apple is not giving it up. The SPY getting the death cross. You can see it right here. And we're right back in the face of this 430s. 433.50-ish would be a potential resistance zone in the SPY that I had expected to hold up today. If not, then probably like 435. But we'll jump into the SPY and the Fed in a little bit. You guys have any other names you want me to look up for you? Or any other questions? Any other trading related questions? Now is the time. Joey, what do I think about NVIDIA? As a day trade, swing trade, long-term investment, what are we talking? Just a simple daily chart analysis? What are we talking about? The King, what's going on? Good morning. Glad to see you on here. NIO. Definitely take a look at that. So NIO, big bounce back. Big bounce back here up over 1690 zone, which was an area of resistance back here. Definitely watch that level, see if it holds. Could have room back to 20, 21. Options, put. Oh, so you're talking about just a trade, Joy, on NVIDIA? NVIDIA right at that 200-day moving average. If that level begins to hold resistance, yeah, you could look for puts on it with a stop over it. But I'd wait for some sort of confirmation. Because we could see some nice little runs this morning before we see potential fades later on in the day. Another bigger area here to watch is going to be these tops right here around the 245 area. You have the 50-day moving average there plus all this previous resistance. So let's see what happens there. All right, so let's go take a quick look at some of the news here. All right, stock futures rose Wednesday as traders tried to build on the sharp gains from the previous session. While Wall Street awaited the Federal Reserve's latest monetary policy decision, futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 402 points or 1.2%, while the S&P 500 futures rose 1.3%. NASDAQ 100 futures jumped to 1.9%. Micron Technology was among the best performing S&P 500 stocks in the pre-market, gaining more than 4%. Starbucks shares also climbed 3.5%, while the Dow member Boeing advanced 2.3%. Futures were rallying in part on signs that a ceasefire could be possible in the Russia-Ukraine war. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky said a peace agreement was beginning to sound more realistic. Oh, there we go. In an address to the nation Tuesday, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told BBC there was some hope of reaching a compromise. Russian state media, quoting the Kremlin, echoed similar sentiment overnight. All right, so that's definitely going to be, something that's going to help the market move higher. The war between Ukraine and Russia has sent ripples through the global financial markets, sending commodity prices sharply higher and stocks lower. However, some commodities have cooled off in recent days, while the U.S. equity market tries to find its footing. U.S. oil traded around $95.70 a barrel Wednesday after topping a multi-year high of $130 a barrel earlier this month. Stocks, meanwhile, are coming off a stellar session, which the Dow surged nearly 600 points, while the S&P 500 snapped a 3-day losing streak. Okay, so big Fed decision. To be sure, all eyes are on the Fed on Wednesday as the central bank wraps up its key 2-day policy meeting. The Fed is widely expected to raise rates by a quarter point, the first hike since 2018. Watchers are also expecting central bank to offer a new quarterly forecast that could indicate 5 or 6 more hikes this year. Remember when it was just supposed to be 3? My guess is it's going to sound a little more hawkish than people want it to sound, and that's going to be a little tough to digest, particularly in the fixed income brackets. David Zervoff, chief marketing strategist at Jefferies, told CNBC Closing Bell on Tuesday, "I think the equity market might digest it as a little bit better, but it's going to be a tough swallow." The Fed is expected to announce its interest rate decision and economic projections at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, which will follow a briefing from the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. So the briefing is usually at 2:30 p.m. and then the decision comes out at 2 p.m. All right, so that's usually how that works. So, the key takeaway here is why the market's been pushing like it pushed overnight. It's really because of this potential ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. So that's really what it is right there. All right, so now we have a reason. Okay, let's jump on over here. All right, perfect. So yeah, with the Fed, we're getting closer to 8:30, so we'll just go over the Fed right now. So with the Fed, everyone knows we're getting 25 basis points. That's it. All right, quarter percentage. We're going to get that bump in the interest, and it's expected. So it's been expected basically for sure since Jerome Powell testified before Congress. He said it there. We're going to do 25 basis points. Everybody was like, what? You're going to say this here and now? You're supposed to save that for... So like they went into the Fed meeting already knowing that's what they're going to do. So it's not going to be a surprise. So when it comes out today, hey, yeah, 25 basis points, the market's not going to care. It's going to be like, tell me something I don't know. We're already priced that in. What it's going to be watching out for, it's going to be basically balance runoff sheets, okay? And future rate hikes. What is that going to be like? So it's going to care for those two things. Those two things might come out, when 2 p.m. hits and we get our press releases, or at 2:30 when Jerome Powell gets up on the mic and he gets, asked these questions when he does the press conference. There, somebody will probably ask him directly, what's going to be the next, at your next meeting, are you going to hike rates again? Is it going to be 25 basis point? Is it going to be 50? What's going to happen? And he's going to have to answer that. And there's going to be two types of answers, maybe more, but two types of answers that I'd be looking at. One's going to be, we're on autopilot. Every meeting is 25 basis point. Or he's going to be like, it's going to depend on the data. And then they're going to ask him about the balance runoff, right? And they're going to be like, how's that going to work? Are you going to start doing that next month? Are you going to start doing that next week? When are you going to start doing that? And how aggressively? If he comes out and says, yeah, we're going to do 25 basis points now, and April 1st, we're going to start, aggressively doing our balance runoff. And if that's the case, I think markets pull back today. And if that's the case, then we can start to see this little rally. We can start to fade it. Maybe get into a swing trade on some SPY puts, a few weeks out. Or Tesla puts, Nvidia puts, whatever, right? If he says, probably not going to start doing the balance runoff until May or June or July. I think the markets are going to actually like that. We'll get a quick pop. But I think whatever pop we get, as soon as we find our resistance, we can probably fade it. Because I don't think that it's just like, okay, well, where's the SPY? I still don't think that it's like, okay, well, here's our low for the year. I don't think that's the case. Just like I said yesterday, I think we get back down here. How long is it going to take? I don't know. I still say that, my forecast, right, from like my own study and opinion, is that I think we're down there probably by the summer, June, July. I think we're down there at the latest. We might get there earlier. But I think at the latest, by summer, we're down there. June, July, we're down here 400, 405, 396, 394. We're in that range. 394 to 405, we're down there. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I don't think, again, I'll say it, I don't think we get up here. I don't think we get up here 2-3 years. Maybe 3. I know. Everybody's like, what do you mean? But stocks only go up. Nah. No, they don't. They don't just only go up. You have to remember, get in here. That's 2002. There we go, 2009. It took, we had the crash in 08, 09, 11, 12. It took from 08. It really took from 07 to 2013 before the stock market got right back up to its highs. So that's why I say we can easily do 2 to 3 years in a bear market after this is all said and done. So it's still early. That's going to provide excellent opportunities for long-term investment. All right, so on the SPY. Let's jump in here to the SPY. What am I looking at today? I'll be looking at the 233.50 area for resistance. So SPY, watching the 233.50 zone for resistance, depending on Fed, not announcement necessarily, but on Fed press release. No, not press release. Press conference. How Jerome answers questions. Okay, so SPY watching 433.50. So SPY watching 433.50 area for resistance, depending on Fed press conference, how Fed Chair Jerome answers questions. Could fade back down towards 427 area. All right, so that's what I'll be looking for on the SPY. All right, guys. So what might be the reason FUTU is moving? Is FUTU a China play? No, it's not. It's a financial. Just going through chat there. Thank you. Crucial says, "Oh my God, you're great." Why? Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what brought that on, but thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, gotcha, Taylor. Jerry, what's up, my man? Glad to see you on here again. Glad to see you on here again, bud. You've been working a lot lately, huh? All right, guys, do you have any other names you want me to look up? So far, we have SPY, obviously. We have BA. We have MULN, which I'm actually going to be looking at for a potential swing trade. Oh, you're on vacation? Dude, what? That's awesome. That's awesome. Enjoy, man. Well deserved. Well deserved, dude. Enjoy. Thank you for stopping by, man. All right, guys, what time is it? 8:36 a.m. So we got time for another couple questions on tickers. If you have some charts you want me to look up for you, go ahead, throw them up there in chat. If not, what we'll do is I'll just start jumping into the scans and the rest of the news, and we'll start formulating the rest of this watch list. On FUTU, watching 35, what is this, 35.28, 35.30 area for resistance. Watching for the 35.30 area for resistance. Could fade back down towards 30. Towards 31 zone. Jerry. That was awesome yesterday. Okay, BABA. Yeah, BABA with a massive gargantuan gap up, guys. Bro, if anybody was like just risky biscuits yesterday and was like, you know what, screw it, I'm buying BABA down here, and I'm just gonna hold it. I mean, if you bought calls down here, or you bought the stock itself, what? That is massive. That is a massive gap up. That's such a big gap up that I have to think you see some profit taking take place today. Maybe you can get a move up here towards 98, 100 bucks. But I think like maybe you get like right off the bell. Maybe you get right off the bell, something like that. But then people are like, man, you know, this thing, I bought it at 110, 114. I held it all the way down here to 73. I don't know what's gonna happen with this thing. I want out of it. You know, I'm up here close to 100. I'm just down a little bit. I want out. And maybe there you start to see people fade this gap up as they panic out of this thing because of how uncertain Chinese stocks are. And you could get something like that. You could get something like that today on BABA. So just be mindful of that. You'll have the profit taking from the swing traders who bought this stock yesterday. Plus you'll have the people holding bags that are like, oh my God, get me out of this. Very, very possible. Does that mean that's exactly what's going to happen? Well, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I'd just put my entire net worth on the play. Well, you manage risk, right? But that's what I think is very possible. One of today's scenarios on BABA between 95 to 100. So there you go. The more you know. Miro, good morning. INDO. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on here right now. You want to see this $25 zone continue to hold support. Maybe you can get a little push back here towards 40. I'm guessing you mean ATOM. Guys, remember, put the tickers in all caps. That way we know it's a ticker. I'm guessing you mean ATOM, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm not really sure what looks interesting on this, if it's this one either. Unless you're talking about maybe like 10 bucks. A $10 zone for potential support, maybe. Outside of that, there's really not much else going on here. Hey guys, do me a quick favor. We got 32 people watching the live stream. We only got 20 likes. Do me a solid there and hit that like button for me. It really helps out tremendously with the YouTube algorithm. Helps out a lot more than you know. Believe me, I don't like asking for likes, but 21 likes. There we go. Keep them coming, guys. We got 32 people watching. Well, 31. Somebody left it. They didn't like me asking for likes. So 32 people now watching. Let's see if we can get this up there to 32 likes. That'd be helpful. My pleasure, Mito. Okay, so we got the SPY, we got FUTU, we got Boeing, and we got MULN on watch so far. Let's go ahead and take a look here at Tesla. Tesla. It's got room to the 200-day moving average. I'd expect that level to hold some resistance around 845. So Tesla watching the 845 200-day moving average area for resistance. Could have room to fall back down to 804. Now, is there a long setup here potentially? Yeah, if it gets all the way back down here to 804, 805, and it holds 80, let's say 805. It holds 805. You know, let's call it 805 to 810. If it can hold 805 to 810 area, then yeah, we could have room to bounce to the 200-day moving average. So Tesla watching to see if the 805 to 810 area holds support, could have room to the 845 zone. Also watching 845 200-day moving average area for resistance, could have room to fall back down to 804 area. So there we go. So we got SPY, FUTU, BA, Tesla, MULN, all on watch here. So MULN, because I know that one's getting a lot of social media hype. Whoops. MULN, just watching to see if this 150 area can continue to hold support on this stock. I might enter it for a swing trade. Maybe we can get a little move back here to the 250s. So MULN watching the 150 area to continue to hold support. Could have room to 250 area, which is the 50-day moving average zone. Possible. Possible swing trade. High risk, high reward. Baba's doing layoffs. All right, guys. So 8:44 a.m. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 4 stocks and the SPY on the watch list so far. Pretty sure we can come up with some more. So let's take a look at these scans and see what's going on. So you're seeing a lot of big moves on these Chinese plays. You got DD making a move here. You had BABA making a big move as well. So what else? This KC, Kingsoft Cloud Holdings. Nice move here right back. Let's see if this thing has some news. All right, so this is probably another Chinese play. Crucial, thank you very much. Appreciate that. XLF, do you see test of the neckline of the head and shoulders on the daily, or am I stretching it? I'm going to look at that right now for you. These Chinese plays, I'm not, you know, maybe they get a multi-day rally. I'm not a huge believer in these Chinese stocks. I'm not a huge believer in these. So I would definitely won't touch these smaller ones. XLF. So I'm guessing the head and shoulders you're talking about, Jerry, is this. I'm guessing it's that. And I'm guessing this was your neckline right here around the 37 area. I mean, if that's the case, we're up and over it. I'm guessing that's what you were talking about. And if that's the case, we're up and over the neckline. Great Dane, PHUN, fun. That stock hasn't been fun in a long time ago. Okay, so yeah, Jerry, in that case, we're up and over the neckline, at least now in pre-market. This stock hasn't been fun in a long time, but it has been holding that 200-day moving average very well. Have you ever seen anything hold this 200-day like this? Look at that. Are you kidding me? That was some great 200-day holding action. It had a big run up. Yeah, decent little run here, 2-day run. Well, I mean, including today's pre-market action. Could be bouncing along with DWAC. They generally tend to trade in tandem. I mean, I think it's in front of a boatload of resistance. You got the 50-day, the 100-day, and then up here, I mean, it's far from this resistance, obviously. You got to get through that 50-day. That 50-day is really holding it up. All right, guys, so a lot of these Chinese stocks making moves, you know, maybe, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of them. I'm not a huge fan of them. Such a crazy gap up on BABA. I'm going to put it on the watch list. BABA watching for the 95 area, 95 to 100 area to show up as resistance for a fade back down. Towards 86. Towards 86 area. KC looks like a cup. You mean like here in, like here on the hourly chart, maybe, I guess? Guys, remember the cup and handle is more effective when it's on an uptrend. Okay? Just like give me a second here, guys. Computer wants to try to do a restart. I'm trying to stop it before it messes up everything. There we go. Okay, so remember, cup and handles, they're more effective when it's on an uptrend, right? You've had the uptrend, you've kind of hit a top, the stock comes back down, double tops, right? Two tops on this uptrend, and then it starts to make that little handle portion. That's when they're best. Obviously, yeah, this does, I don't know if this is what you were referring to, but this does look like a cup and handle, and it could work. I'm just saying, remember, keep in mind that they work best when on an uptrend. Catch it. All right, guys. So we got SPY, FUTUBA, Tesla, MULN, BABA on watch. I think that's a pretty good watch list. We got ourselves one, two, three, four, five stocks and the SPY. What I'll do is I'll put the final touches on the watch list in a little while, and then I'll get that sent in to Jonah, and he'll send it out to you in an email. If you're not on the email list for the watch list, you can sign up there if you like, and we'll get that sent out. All right. Also, you can swing by the Discord. The 30 days for free ends March 31st. We will have some different discounts tomorrow on DTC Lite and DTC Pro. So right now, DTC Lite, you get 30 days for free, ends March 31st. However, tomorrow, DTC Lite will be 40% off. No 30 days for free, but you'll get 40% off on DTC Lite tomorrow. And right now, you have $50 off DTC Pro. However, probably starting tomorrow, DTC Pro will have, instead of the $50 off, you're going to have 6 months of TC2000 scanners paid for by us. All right? So check those out. Any last minute questions or tickers you want me to go over? Because now at 9 I head on over to the Discord to go with my DTC members. Jose, are you still out there? I smell the Cuban coffee. My wife's cooking it right now. TIRX, let's go take a look. Did I say cooking it? She's making the Cuban coffee. TIRX, that $1 zone is obviously going to be a crucial psychological level. This is one we've been over before. Wow, look at this. I made this line. This is what I love about these charts. I hover over it. I made this line on June 17th of last year. That is so cool. Let's erase it because it's not really in play right now. So that dollar mark is a psychological level plus previous resistance there. Sorry, previous support there, previous resistance here. We're up and over it. Yesterday we got underneath it for a minute. Let's see if it can continue holding it. Maybe you get a little move here back to the 50-day moving average area. 120, 120 area. 120, 122, 123. You can see if you can get a little move back up there. That actually coincides with these tops. So that would be a little range there that you can play. Pluto, welcome to the Discord. Glad to have you on there. Taylor, my pleasure. Totally my pleasure. This is what I do inside of the Discord all morning long. Plus, I go over my trades, of course, and set out my trade alerts, and then we do live lessons. So this is literally what I do. At 9:20, I get on the microphone on Discord, share my screen. We go over the pre-market plan. The bell rings. My screens stay up all day. And then I am on the mic from all morning until 11:30 or so. And then at 11:30, we do a live recap, a live lesson. Okay. Then at 12 o'clock, we go to lunch. Screens stay up all day, like I said. 12 to 2, I'm in, we're in lunch, and then at 2 p.m. I get back on the microphone, and we go over afternoon scans. Sometimes an afternoon lesson, not always, but sometimes an afternoon lesson, afternoon scans. We go over some charts. We look to see if there's anything setting up for an afternoon trade or a potential swing trade. And obviously, I'm answering questions all day long. Thank you, Crucial. Appreciate that. I try to over-deliver and focus, on education. We have a lot of fun. We poke jokes. I'm not a very serious person in a sense. So I'm always poking jokes. And I'll even set myself up for jokes. But we're there to learn. All right, what time is it? We got 5 minutes left here, guys. Let me take a look real quick at the other scans here. DDL. It's no volume, no real volume on that. Here are my trade idea scans. All right. Not a lot of volume on that either. Thank you. Jose, if you're out there, look, it arrived. It arrives. God, so good. Okay, so guys, the Chinese stocks, watch and see if you can find some support in some of these. Pick the one you like. If you can get to the long side, great. In my opinion, don't overstay your welcome. I'm not a huge believer. I don't think these things just rally back to regular prices again. I think you're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna want to just get out of them, and they're gonna take advantage of this. And we might see a liquidity event occur today in a lot of these Chinese stocks. So just be very careful with that, okay? Thanks, Joey. Appreciate that. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. again. So I stream Monday through Thursday from 8 to 9. And, as long as we keep growing, I'm going to keep streaming. That's pretty simple. And I love days like today where you guys are in the chat and you're typing away, asking questions, participating. It makes it easier for me. It makes my job easier because I have someone to talk to. Otherwise, it's just me talking to a microphone and a camera. And believe it or not, that gets difficult. But when you guys are talking, it makes it easy for me to talk right back. It really does. So, yeah, guys, I think I'm going to leave the watch list as it stands. SPY, FUTU, BA, Tesla, MULN, BABA. I like it. I like this watch list. I really do. So, MULN, I'm definitely going to be watching for that potential swing trade as well. What I'll do on it is I'll probably enter my position. I'll let everybody know in chat, and then I'll probably just set a hard stop on it and focus the rest, of the day on my day trades. And then at 2:30, when Jerome Powell comes out and gives his press conference, that's going to be a crucial moment. And I'll be on the microphone with my team in the Discord at 2:30, going over that, whatever he's saying, going over the press releases as well, and maybe seeing if we can catch some sort of afternoon SPY trade, maybe some SPY puts. I doubt SPY calls, but maybe, we got to be willing. As traders, we got to be willing to trade both sides of the coin. And that's what we'll definitely be doing this afternoon, for sure. And then tomorrow we'll be back at it again, 8 a.m. here on the stream, and then we'll do it all over again. This is what we do. I do this every morning, so I might as well do it here with you guys anyways, right? Go through the news, go through the scans, formulate the watch list. We do it together here, and we have a good time, and we set up a plan for the day. All right? Now, if before we go, if you just want to swing by the free portion of the Discord, feel free to swing by here and ask away. We got a good team there. Umberto's our swing trade moderator. Just James is our small cap moderator as well. All right, so feel free to swing by there and ask any question you have. Guys, have yourself a good morning. Stay safe out there today. Don't let emotions dictate your decision making. Make sure you have a trade plan. If you find yourself in a trade and you're like, wait a second, I don't have a plan here. I don't really know where my stop loss is. I don't really know where my sell targets are. What am I doing? It's a good idea to just exit it. Exit it for a small little win, a small little loss, a break even. It doesn't matter. Just, in my opinion, exit it. Step back, look at your chart, reevaluate, establish a plan, and trade the trade plan. Don't just go out there trading on emotions, all right? So good luck, everybody. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you all in the Discord or tomorrow at 8 a.m. on the live stream. Have a good one.